If you had an employee that wasn't doing anything, you would terminate him. You can't let employees sit around. So why are you letting your dollars sit around and do nothing? We need to change that. The cost of inaction is adding years to your financial freedom. Not hours, not days, years. Because they are missing out on compound interest, which is one of the most powerful tools there is. Albert Einstein says it's the eighth wonder of the world, and I truly believe it. We use compound interest to take this account from 25,000 to 100,000 in just 2 years, and I've done it with any account that I have. Compounding, because time in the market will always beat timing the market. So, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in today's video, we're going to talk about our plans for the upcoming week. Last month, we generated $3,300 in income. We did this through selling options. When you sell a put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price, and when you sell a call, you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. If the concept of learning different ways to invest, like selling options, buying calls, buying puts, credit spreads, debit spreads. I even did the caller strategy yesterday. My premium general group, it's only $10 to join. I have a ton of educational videos in there and a Discord, and I'm going to talk about that group later in the video. The link is in the description below. So with that said, let's talk about our plan for the week. I think this week's going to be a red week, just my personal opinion. So the account's probably going to go from the $100,000, 808, it's probably going to drop below 100,000. Does that bother me? No. Not at all, because I believe in the funds I have in this account. If they're going to get cheaper, I'll buy more of them. That's the way investing long-term works. But let's talk first about our options. So we have one contract set to expire. Two contracts on Keel, $2.50 put. What does that mean? That means I'm agreeing to buy this stock for $2.50 per share, and every contract is 100 shares. So I'm agreeing to buy 200 shares. And I want to show you what I've done with it so far. Let's look up this ticker symbol, KELL, because my strategy doesn't change. Let's go look at our trade history here, just to give you a quick example of what rolling a position looks like. So when we roll a position, we're not changing our strike price. We're still agreeing to buy for that price. We are not changing anything about the contract except when it expires. The market says, oh, hey, you're going to add more time to the contract? We'll give you more money. I rolled it back in April. I captured $34 for it. And I've rolled it a couple other times. See, KELL was not this original ticker symbol. It was purchased, so it's only showing the last couple weeks worth of the trade history. But I've probably rolled this specific position for well over a year. And that's what I do. I roll it every single month, capture another $30. It's always going to outpace your dividends, in my opinion. Let's stop right here, guys. Nothing I say should ever be taken as financial advice. I am just a guy on YouTube documenting my journey. But option selling, in my eyes, best way to generate income. Most effective way. ACHR, $7 put. Again, we have two contracts. That expires the week of 5/29, but that week I have over $1,000 in dividends going to hit the account. So I don't really want to wait until 2 weeks from now to roll this position, because again, I try to space it out. Last month, of that $3,300, I think 1,800 of it came in the last week of the month. I'm trying to space it out a little bit more. It doesn't change the amount of income that comes in. It just spaces out, makes it feel a little bit better. Just kind of like how you get paid every other week rather than once a month. It just feels better. And even if you got paid every week, it seems to feel better that way, doesn't it? Your paycheck hits every week rather than every 2 weeks. It's the same amount. I try to do that same thing with my portfolio here. And I want us to get in the mindset of these are our employees. You're the manager. You are the director, the manager, the CEO, whatever you want to call yourself, the president. But you need to make sure your money's working. So ACHR, $7 put. I'm agreeing to buy it for $7 a share. I'm going to review this order, and I'm going to try to roll it out another month, maybe 60 days. 60 days is about as far as I go out. I go between 30 and 60 days. But see, it's below $6 or below $7. Well, if you agreed to buy it for $7, why didn't you get assigned early? It seldom works like that where I get assigned early, just because of how many times I've rolled these positions. It has to be worth someone buying to close, paying that premium. A little bit of backstory behind it, but let me show you on ACHR, because this one has not had a ticker symbol change, and I can show you exactly what I mean. So let's take a look at our history here. So look at all these. Let's go find our original position because, again, I want to put this out here as an analogy. So here it is, November 24th, 2025. We sold 2 cash secured puts on ACHR, agreeing to buy them for $7 a share. Again, every contract is 100 shares. I'm agreeing to buy 200 shares. Look at this beauty. We captured $80. Perfect. Well, we rolled it in December, captured another 42. Right there, that's 120 bucks. In January, we captured another 40. That's 160. In February, we captured another 80. That's 240. And another 40 in March. That's 280. And another 40. 320. We've captured $320. And all I've done is agree to buy this stock for a predetermined price. That's all I've done. All I've done. And that's fantastic. At the end of this, by the time it's all said and done, I might roll this for a decade. I've rolled positions for years and years. Whether the stock goes up or down or sideways, it does not matter. To me, I'm going to make sure my cash is working for me. And I'm going to roll almost all of these 529 positions. As you can see, I have quite a few of them. So I'm planning on capturing about $200 this week in options. Fantastic. But there's more to come. I'm going to talk about the dividends that I'm going to collect and purchase this upcoming week. But before I do that, I want to give a quick shout out to the best group on YouTube, the Premium Generals. So make sure you stick around because I'm going to be right back. Okay, I am here with the best group on YouTube, the Premium Generals, now with over 40 active members. And in this group, I post multiple educational videos on how to sell cash secured puts, how to sell covered calls, how to roll a position, how to do credit spreads, debit spreads, how to do the strangle method, the poor man's covered call, how to turn your portfolio from a hobby into your business plan, as well as others. And I do private portfolio updates. I post those videos multiple times a week, as well as we have a Discord. Anytime I make a trade, anytime I make a purchase, anytime I roll a position, I make sure the Premium Generals group knows first. It's only $10 to join. And then finally, most importantly, you get to be seen in every single video. So if you're interested in learning, joining the educational journey, you might have some fun along the way. You might meet some new people. Check us out. The link is in the description. Would love to have you there. And with that said, guys, let's get back into the video. Okay, we are back here in our portfolio. We talked about options. Like I said, the plan is to collect about $200 this week in weekly paying in our option income. Let's scroll down to weekly dividend payers. We only have 3, and I'm phasing out of them. I'm not a fan of them, but at this point, they're staying relatively flat. We're getting paid. Later on in the year, I'm going to sell them for a tax loss. It probably won't be not much of a loss by the time it actually happens. They'll do some reverse splits, no doubt. So let's talk about those first. We have TSYY, and let's see, that one, ULTY. Those are our weekly pairs along with COYY. So I'm going to plan to get about $120 this week between those ones. So we're looking at about $320 right there between our option income and our weekly dividend pairs. Now, like I said, I am not adding any more of those to the portfolio. I'm making my income from them. ULTY, I'm actually above. I've held it long enough where I'm above, which is, it is what it is. It would have been better to sell options with it. But again, this portfolio, we're experimenting. We're learning as we go. I have multiple portfolios, fully transparent, but I still like to try things. I like to learn, and it makes it more enjoyable. So monthly payers that are paying this week, the third week of the month, we have TDAQ, and I should get about $180 from this. So right now, that'll put us about $500 for the week. I don't plan on buying any more at the moment because though I want to continue to increase my position in TDAQ, I want to lower my cost average. My current cost average is $25. It's currently trading at 28. I'm waiting for this to come back down. I'll continue to collect my dividends and take those dividends and put them in other funds, allowing me to grow the portfolio a little bit faster. So TDAC, I'm not going to add any more of those. And that's our monthly pair. So we're looking at about $500 this week. Next week, we'll get over $1,000. And the week after, because PDI is paying the 1st of January or 1st of June, that's my favorite monthly pair. Let me show that one real quick. we are going to get just about 520 bucks from PDI. We have 2,400 and some shares. I want to get some more because it's below my cost average, 2,410. And we're going to get about $524 going to hit the account June 1st. Now, that's the Monday of the following week. So the way that works out then, next week, we'll get about $1,000 in dividends between our cornerstone funds, QILD, and then the following week, we'll get about 520 from there, plus our 200 from the weekly pairs, plus our, we'll have T-SPY pay that week. So again, that first week of the month, then we're looking at around about $1,000. So I'm trying to roll as many option positions this upcoming week as I can because the next 2 weeks are going to be pretty heavy in dividend payouts. I had just touched base on QYLD. I do want to get some more shares that I currently have 368 shares. I want to get this up to where it's paying me around $100 a month. I just got paid $53 for it, so I'm almost halfway there, a little over halfway actually. And that same thing with AGNC. I want to get this to 100 shares because there's option chains on AGNC. I want to be able to sell covered calls on it and capture dividends, getting paid twice. That's the way I like it. More income and more opportunities there. So we'll get that up to 100 shares. And that's probably the moves for the upcoming week in terms of purchases, option income. But nothing I'm doing is crazy. I'm not trying to time the market. I'm not trying to get lucky, or I'm not banking on the market to go up or down. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I'm going to make my income. I'm going to reinvest that income. Yes, the share value being over $100,000 looks fantastic. That's great. But the goal is to purchase more assets that will generate income for me. That's why we're rolling options, collecting dividends, reinvesting, rinse and repeat, and we will continue this all the way up to $1 million because the name of this playlist is the $1 Million Challenge. This account will get there. We started it with 25,000. We started YouTube with it when it was at 40,000. Hands up if you were with me when we started YouTube in November of 2024, I believe it was. And some of you have been with me for most of that journey. The account was at $40,000 when we started YouTube. And it's pretty crazy to think that, again, in that, 15 months, we've picked up 60 grand. It's pretty crazy to think, but again, we're not doing anything crazy. We're selling options, which again, check out the Premium General group. It's only $10. I feel like you'll probably learn different ways to trade. Like I said, I just posted one on the collar strategy, which I view it as putting insurance on your house and your neighbor paying for the policy. So that's how I view it. And those same type of analogies help make it easier. And with the last thing, guys, let's make sure we're pushing and willing the Cleveland Cavaliers to victory tonight over Detroit. We need that win, and we're going to go down, beat up on New York. So with that said, guys, I truly appreciate you. Make sure you leave a comment, like the video, hype it up. I've noticed that my last few videos haven't got many views, so you guys are going to have to let me know what I'm missing here, what you want to see. I want us all to grow together. I want to get to 5,000 subscribers, and I know with your help, we can do it. So with that said, I'll see you in the next one.